your spirit drawing me.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guess what? You're back. You're back with us for another Chit Chat with the girls. I'm Dr. Jacqueline Jones here with
Kim.
And we are going to chit chat. We are still, guess what? We are still in the sermon series Rhythms. And this time, the sermon was talking about something that we all forget to do lots of the time. We say we're doing it, but a lot of times we're not doing it. I have to say, I'm bad for this because we're going to talk about listening.
Yes.
We're going to talk about listening. And a lot of times people say that they are good listeners. Mm-hmm. Or they might say, I'm listening to you. And actually, you hear me, but you're really not listening. Right. And there is a difference. You can hear when things go on, but are you really attentive to it? Are you really listening to it? Are you really taking it in? Right. That's the part about listening that counts when you're actually taking it in. And a lot of us sometimes, as our mama used to say, it goes in one ear
and out the other.
That's right. That's right. And so we all can attest to that. But this sermon was so good.
It was.
When it came to how we should be when we say that we're listening. Now, I have a background in the counseling and psychological field. Mm-hmm. And one of the top things that we say that we have to do when we're counseling mm-hmm. is be active listeners. Mm-hmm. So in other words, we are really, really listening. And the way that we know that we are taking part in active listening is we recap everything. So a little like what we're doing.
Yes.
With the chit chat with the girls, we're recapping what we were listening to.
Yes.
And so if we don't come with anything, then guess what?
We wasn't
listening. But that's one of the things in psychology. You're active in counseling is that you're actively listening. So in other words, you really pay attention to what the other person is saying. Yeah. You watch body language. Yes. You recap what's going on. Yeah. So this was good. This was good when it comes to the word and how we're supposed to apply listening to our lives. So tell me, what did you get?
Some of the few things that I got was listening is connected to obedience.
Ooh, yeah. Because if you're not listening and you don't hear what the Lord is telling you to do, you're not going to do it. You're not going to be obedient. Mm-mm. So you have to listen to be obedient. I like that. You have to listen to be obedient. Yes.
And then we have to listen to obey.
Yes.
And the sheep knows my voice.
Yeah. Because if you're listening, then you know who it is that's calling on you.
Yes.
Oh, that was powerful.
That was
powerful. And that's what the Lord says. He says the sheep will know my voice and then they will follow. Yeah. So we have to listen to know who is speaking to us. That was powerful. I like that.
And Romans 10:17 says, so faith comes from hearing, that is, and hearing the good news about Christ.
And so if we're listening and hear, then that increases our faith.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And we want our faith to grow.
Right.
We don't want our faith to stay the size that it was when we came to Christ.
Right.
We want, in our daily life, we want to make sure as day by day goes by, that our faith in God has increased.
Yes. So
that we know whatever we take to the Lord, it will be done.
It will be done.
It will be done. So So as you can tell, this rhythm to listening was a very powerful sermon.
Yes.
And some of the things that we're learning, some of the things that we take for granted on a daily basis, eating, serving, withdrawing, and now listening. Did I leave out any one of them?
No.
Yeah, now, so we take a lot of those things for granted, but we really need to be in tune with those things so that we can grow spiritually.
Yes.
So, this sermon series should take each and every one of us to another level. Yes. To a different perspective of our walk with Christ and where we're lacking. Because we can find out where we're lacking from the different things that we're learning. And a lot of us lack in the listening skills.
Yeah, these summer
Yeah.
series really, since like each Sunday, I could see myself being more aware
Yeah.
of each thing that we learn from that Sunday.
Yeah, yeah.
So if we're having a conversation, it's like, okay, let me be intentional about listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me be intentional about withdrawing sometimes, a few times in
Yeah.
the week. So it really helps me.
Oh,
to be
yeah, yeah,
intentional,
yeah.
putting
It's
things in
helping
place.
us apply,
Yep.
being more applicable, using the word and applying it to our lives more than just reading over the word and saying we understand it and
Yeah.
never really apply it.
Right.
So now, as we're learning this and as we're talking about rhythms in our lives, we're using it to apply it to our lives,
Right.
so that we can move from the airways, I guess I would say, and move into serving and connecting the way we should be.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that is good. I like that. Was there anything else that you grabbed?
What makes listening so hard? Technology,
Yes.
selfishness, pride, and shame.
And technology is a big one, especially now. Technology is all around us, and I have my paper. Well, it's not my paper, but it's the paper. And I'm old school, and I like to write down, I still like to write down stuff.
Yeah.
But technology has made it so convenient that now all you got to do is speak into your phone and it'll dictate for you and everything, that you don't even have to write it down. But we've got to get to the point where we lay aside technology, turn the radio off, turn the TV off, and really listen to hear the voice of God, or listen to hear the move of the Holy Spirit in our lives. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Technology plays a big part. What was another one you said?
Selfishness.
Selfishness. Yeah, we have to, because a lot of times in our conversations, a lot of times, especially with our significant others, a lot of times we use the I and the me, and we leave out the we and the us. And when we're always talking about I, then we're being selfish, and when we're always talking about me, you're not listening to me, and all a lot of times we're being selfish, and we have to think about it. Did we take time to listen to the other party? Are we listening to each other? And when we don't listen, then we can fall in that realm of being selfish.
Yes.
Yeah, and then it brings about
Pride and shame.
Ooh. Now, what was the recap on that one? Pride, bringing about the pride and the shame.
It was just saying that's what makes it so hard for us to listen. So our pride and our shame get in the way from us listening.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see where we'll be prideful, because a lot of times folks don't want to listen. They want to listen to only certain people.
Yeah. Or if it's something they like. If they dislike it, look, I know I could tune out. You be over there talking. Yeah. And we know how to respond to.
Right.
We know exactly.
Yeah.
Are you listening to me? Yeah, I'm listening. I really ain't listening, but.
And see, now, and going through this sermon, we are more in tune to that. We're more engaged in what we're doing that we shouldn't be doing. Yeah, I like that. And I see how it can cause you to be prideful, because you'll get where you listen to who you want to listen to and listen to what you want to listen to. But we listen. And I can see how listening can be very relational. I don't know. I don't think that was part of the sermon, but I can see how when you really listen to a person, it can be relational, because if you're listening to that person, then you begin to feel that person, and you can begin to connect with that person, or that person connect with you, and so it becomes more of a relationship that you all are now having, and that's what the Lord wants us to have. So that's why listening leads to obedience, because He wants to have a relationship with us, and so if we listen, then we can engage and we can connect with the Father the way that He would want us to do.
Yes.
I'm telling you, this was a good sermon series. This was good. What else you have?
Okay, some practical things we can do to become a good listener.
Okay, now y'all listen to this. These are practical things that we can do
Yeah.
to become good listeners. Go ahead,
Okay,
Kim.
number one, put the technology away.
Yes. I think I mentioned that just a minute ago. Turn off the TV.
Yeah.
Put the phone down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lay down that iPad. Turn off that radio and listen. Yeah.
Okay, number two, body language matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you're talking to me and you're all like this, and you're really not listening to me. Yeah. So body, and like I said, that's one of the things that we use in the psychology field and counseling. We watch body language of a person because body language can tell you a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, look, that's one thing I gotta work with. 'Cause my body will tell it all. Ask good question is number three.
Okay, yeah, and that goes along with, like I said, also the recap. We learn to, so if you say something to me, I'll restate it back to you in a question way, or ask you, are you saying, do you mean this?
Yes.
Is this what you're saying? You know, so yeah, so
And that's
ask.
good too, because a lot of people will take it and interpret it the way they want to. So when
Right.
you say, hey, did you mean it like this?
Yeah.
Or what did you mean by
Yeah.
that? That really do open up the relationship because you don't have to assume what they were trying to say.
Right. Because when we don't ask the questions, then we'll walk away. Oh, is that what were they trying to say?
Yeah.
And you know, we can kind of get in our feelings and stuff and think about, "No, what were they trying to say to us?" So that's where the good listening. Ask questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And number four is don't feel the need to say anything.
Oh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one, but we can work on this.
Yes.
We can work on this. Don't feel the need that you always have to ask, say anything and respond
Yeah.
and all. You really don't. A good listener will really do just that.
Yeah.
Will listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
That's good. That's what I got.
So these are tools that we can use as we continue our spiritual growth and our spiritual walk
Yes.
with the Lord. So don't be so quick to speak.
Yes.
Listen. Listen to others and listen to hear from the Lord in what direction he would have you to go. And not only what direction, things to do, because a lot of times we will miss and do things we want to do because we did not wait on the Lord.
Yes.
And listening doesn't have to come, it could come through and by anyone.
Yes.
So let's not be prideful and only listen to who we want to listen to.
Yes.
The Lord will use whom he desires to speak into your life to give you a word that will take you to the next level. And I don't know about you, but I know we want to go
Yes.
to the next level. We want to be blessed by God richly in our lives so that we might point people to Christ, because that's what it's all about.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, well listen, I hope you all enjoyed this recap and continue to tune in with us. We're going to be here just chit-chatting a little bit between us girls and seeing what we can just unwrap and unravel from the word that is so good to us.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you next time.